everybody, welcome back to Hypermine Vanilla. This is Lapis, Lauri, and we are here in the steampunk house. And we've got quite a bit done since the last time you visited us. Let's turn around and just have a look and see what's here. One of the first things you'll notice is this stairway is remarkably different. That's because when we go down the stairs, let's have a look. Dun, 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 dun. We have all the floors in now, and it's very nice. A lot of things were accomplished on a live stream that makes it very, very clean. Now, Snow has guaranteed me that our redstone elevator works, and I've tested it, and indeed it does. So let's go check it out and see how it does. Oh, I didn't wait long enough down. And we're free! So let's head over here and we'll test our redstone elevator and make sure it works. And we gotta stand in perfect still, in the back, ready, in the back. We'll push the button. Ready, go. Contingency plan worked. So there's 2 layers of redstone that will come and catch me if my latency lets me drop through one. So here I am, I'm alive. Yay! Everything's good. But when you arrive, here's your grand staircase. And before I had it in the corner and it just was like all crazy spirally, it was a little out of control. And part of the reason that I changed it is because once we get up here to where the steam tank is, it interferes with where the stairway was in the corner. So we just kind of remastered it a little bit, and Snow gave me the idea to bring them up and split them. And came and gave me a little help on the detail with the dark wood, which looks nice. It gives it a great contrast. Now the other thing that got accomplished was up here in what I call the attic room, is we now have a roof on it, and it's got these nice orange contrast things in the corner, which gives it a nice look. And we also have little portholes up here that look nice from outside too. Now the biggest thing in the room, whoops, keeps us from dying, is this great big cog wheel, which is really kind of cool. Let's hop down here and sleep before it gets too much darker. Ta-da! And it didn't even rain. It's a miracle. So what we're going to end up doing here is we're going to work on filling in these ones outside. This one has an axle that passes through the building, so I don't know if I'm going to actually fill it in or not, or we may use more of the technique of the fences. But for this one, what I'd like to do is hop down here. I've got a bunch of stuff busted out for scaffolding. Whee! Here we go. So we don't die. I think what I want to do is I'll probably end up using this brown clay or something very similar to it to make it look solid. And so that's my plan, is to hop up here like this and get that filled in on the back so that it looks like it's a solid wheel in here instead of just kind of like not solid, I guess is the word. So it's got some heft, some weight, some substance to it all the way across. And I had this filled in with cobble. I did a little bit off stream and filled it in with cobble first. The cobble fencing, as a matter of fact. But when I did that, it's not quite the look I'm after. It didn't have, I mean, it was definitely contrasted. It just didn't quite look exactly the way I wanted it to. So we're kind of rethinking the whole thing. And I want these two to be a little bit different. So this one and that one are going to be a little bit different look. So we're going to hop down here carefully. Whee! Try not to die. I mean, we have enough of this brown clay to do this for sure, so we might as well pop it out here. I don't really want it to overlap the oak. I just want it to be on the inset, and we've got 2 more stacks, so hopefully we'll have enough of this. And hop down. There we go. And I know we can't see it from here, but it's going to look great. Let's go down to the next level. I'm thinking one of these, this is our main, on like the foyer, and I'm thinking this will be the actual office level where I'll have desks and things, or maybe some potted plants, like a reception area for people. I think would be kind of cool. So now we gotta go out here and see if we can get to it from this side, because I think this is the closest we can get to it. Maybe, no, look, that one's got, hang on. Let's go up 1 level, and I should be able to access from here. I guess I just wasn't thinking about it. But yeah, we totally can. You're right. So up and away. Put this built up here. actual brown, okay. Get rid of that. And as you can tell, I've got quite a bit of stuff going on here. That is actually the support for the house. I'm not going to get rid of that. Get rid of that. And that, and that, and that. And we'll just build it up from here. Sneak around and get rid of that one because that's not where it belongs. And this just needs filled in, and I think we'll be okay. Dun, 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 dun. All the way down like this. It helps a lot since we've got that top part done. We don't have to worry about whether or not we're doing it right. We just know it's there. It's all good. I think I didn't get the one on the other side of that. I didn't. All the way down here. And here. Boom. Orange. Just enough. There we go. In fact, here we go. We're gonna take this over one. Is this where, yeah, that's where our actual spindle goes. I'm gonna just bring that here so that it looks as if it's not an issue. I'm gonna have to take this orange to fill in this area here. So that'll bring us out if we ever need to access it for anything. And our wagon wheel is kind of our flywheel or whatever we want to call it, is filled in. One more piece of orange. And then let's hustle across the street to Snow's house and see how it looks. Part of the reason I don't want to have the top one filled in is in case I want to ender pearl over there. See, I don't, yeah, okay. Let's eat before we land or we're going to get hurt. Good thing about Snow having this giant house over here is you can ender pearl right over to it. Just barely made it. Oh no, see, with that dark behind it, that just looks so much better. The contrast is real, man. It just looks so much better. Rather than, I mean, we had this kind of like gray, this cobble gray fence right here, just like that. And behind it, and it was like kind of airy and just not substantial. Now, the top one, I may not mind doing that too, just to make it a little bit different. So this is going to have a little bit of something right there, and the radius of them just barely overlaps in the corners, so they kind of look like they're turning, like right up there. And if we look at it from this direction, it kind of balances out the steam engine on the other side, so I'm okay with it. I kind of like the way it looks. Yeah, and see that dark brown right there gives it some depth on this side too. I don't know if I'm going to add gears to it or just leave it like a round flywheel. I may just leave it like that, like the giant pulley that kind of goes around. Be alright. I like it. A little bit of distance, and then we are going to have to build another one. I don't know if I can do one on a catty corner, because that would rock if I could. Or maybe a series of smaller gears that come across the front and may tie in with the base and up above. So, but we've got a couple other things planned for this. A little, you know, a couple other secret things that we may want to do. You never know what fun things are going to be incorporated. But yeah, let's head upstairs again. We'll give our elevator another try and work on the stair railing. Okay, here we are, and we're going to have to incorporate some stair railing on this. Now we've got this nice stair underneath here, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to support the railing that I want as far as how it goes up, and if I'll even have enough of this clay. I only want to use this on the central line of it. Right here. 1, 2, 3. So let's see if we can get that up here. Yeah, and that gives it a little bit of contrast on the sides too, although it blocks it a little bit more than I might like. But we'll try it for now and see how it goes. With a little bit of railing on the sides, and we'll pop that down here like this. So it looks substantial on the way up, and when you turn, it's like this. And you know, there's not much you can do about that. I'm just thinking on the sides, I might like to have it a little more substantial. But then I run into the fact that once I get here, I don't have that. There's like no railing whatsoever once you get here. But we can add a little bit of the brown on this side, also here, and add that railing. 1, 2, 3. So they don't fall off the sides. I think that's going to be okay. That kind of works for me. Now, Snow came and helped me do this, but I'm not sure if I like the heaviness of it underneath there. I don't know if I like it as well, because it's not quite the same. Also because this is a little bit taller room, so the staircase had to be a little bit bigger. We'll have to think about that. We'll have to think about that and see if I like the way that looks. I don't know. I think this railing is good. I think I might like to actually put a railing here because it does seem to be a little bit bigger than the rest of them, and falling from this height might actually give somebody a bump that we don't want. So let's go do that on the other side, and I think that'll look alright. Just gives it a little bit added dimensionality when you look at it from down below, for sure. Let's see if we have enough of these fence posts to do all of it. All the way up the sides here. We might need to do a railing on that side. That's a little off center. Let's see if we can make these go straight across so that it looks like a finished edge from here. That looks alright. This is kind of a nice little area up here. This might be my favorite part of the place, is this cool ceiling and just this grand staircase that goes down. Now, one of the plans I had for this, because obviously the floor intersects the windows, is I had thought to maybe put redstone lamps there. Whoops. That needs a railing. Speaking of space safety features, let's think about that. Let's bring that across like this. No, tell you what. Let's stick with the brown things we got going on there, and then we'll put a fence on. How about that? And I know that kind of ties in with the wheel, but I can't help that. I gotta have this be safe. We'll put a light here. And here. And fence across the top. So that makes pretty good sense, I think. Let's go down and look and see how that looks. I can live with that, I think. Although, look, that one is off. This one's offset. There. Why does that look different? Is the floor just different underneath it? It is. This floor is here. Okay. So I'm not just... It's not me. It's... Well, actually, it is me because I built it, but... there. Now it's good. Now it's good. Now it's symmetrical on each side. Let's also get our sleep before the lightning comes and kills all the things. Dun-dun-dun. Okay. Because it's not just rain anymore, it's lightning every time you go. I did have part of the roof burn the other day. We had a lightning strike and actually burnt off nearly all the roof. And that wasn't the first one. I had another one on my home over my sunroom burnt, and then Snow has had several things hit his and strike the wool and burn it. It's just like, man, it's never-ending fires here. So that looks pretty good. Very substantial on either side. The only thing I might do is do the same thing here. You know, as much as I respect this seems like it's a bit heavy for me. It's a bit heavy here. And I think it was just to, you know, give it extra something. But I think the stairway underneath will be just fine. I think it'll be okay. Just the way it is. Just the way it is. I like it just the way it is. So we'll fill that in shortly. And decide how we want to do that. We had a bulkhead underneath with a railing here, I believe, for the other layer. So let's do that. That keeps people from kind of walking off here. Now the secret is, how do we actually get the fencing under here? Shift and click, I think is how we're going to do it. Let's chop this out for a minute so we can get this done. Shift and click. All the way across. Just like that. And this one's got some sort of weird thing going on. We'll make sure it's the same here. I think simplicity might be best. Might be best in this instance. Okay, I like that. I'm okay with it. It's kind of a strange walkway here. But here's what we'll do. that is not what I'm after. Where's my fencing back? There we go. Let's do... just like that. That works. Keeps people from going this way. Well, that doesn't keep them from falling down, but have to be smarter than the stairs, I guess. But it makes it look not so heavy and cumbersome underneath there. And the line kind of matches the flywheel. So cool beans, man. We have got stairways. We worked on our wheel. And the steampunk build moves on. It is now a little more steamy and a little more punky. Cliche, but still fun. And I think what we'll do next time is we'll work on windows and maybe finishing up a few more of the interior details for like the office area that we're going to have. And maybe tying in some gears that go to the water wheel somehow, or something that pours water on that might be good. We'll think about that. So until next time, we'll see you here on Hypermine Vanilla. Bye guys!